So the White House is doubling down on its support of Goya brand after critics called into question possible ethics violations due to tweets showing the president and his daughter promoting Goya products. Now, calls for a boycott of the beloved brand, they continue, especially here in New York City, which is home to more than 2.5 million Latinos. Branding and social media expert Peter Shankman joins us this morning with some insight into the impact this could have on the company, which is based in Jersey, by the way. So good morning, Peter. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right, so let's start with the fact that this may actually be investigated as an ethics violation. Aren't there PR people working with the White House as they were seeing these photos being taken and said, hold up, this might not be a good idea?
In a normal reality, yes, there would be. There were issues back when Obama was president, and there was a photo that came out of him with his feet on the desk, and Republicans went insane. Right? Everyone went insane. Oh my God, it's the Resolute desk. How can you do this? The fact of the matter is that what he's doing is a clear violation of not only ethical standards, but the Hatch Act itself. It is illegal. You cannot promote products in the office of the president, both in the office physically as well as using the office of the president. It's simply not a legal act. As we've seen over the past 3 years, the definition of what is not a legal act has shifted a bit. And for whatever reason, it continues to go down. The administration is famous, if not for anything else, for doubling down. Right?
Yeah.
They do something, everyone says this is terrible, so they do it again. I don't see this changing at any given point.
Well, he is the ultimate salesman, and it does look very much like a PR stunt and to some extent. And as we talk about this investigation, earlier this week, though, we said even if there's an investigation, it really won't go anywhere, even if it's targeted at Ivanka, because she had that photo of a Goya packaging as well. That's because the president is involved. So is this much to do about nothing when we talk about investigation?
Unfortunately, at this point, it really is. If you look at the number of investigations that should have started, right, under this administration, they all seem to die. And the thing about it is that you mentioned that the president's a very good PR guy. That's what PR guys do. They bring a story to life, they make it huge, and then before you can react, they have another story. And that's the key, is that there is another story right now that, what is it? Who knows? It'll probably come out tomorrow, and America, we have the attention span of a turtle, right? We're going to forget that really, really quick and go on to whatever else is happening, regardless of whether we're angry about it.
Which gets me to my next point. Goya Brands is a huge, huge company. It's the largest Hispanic-owned company in the United States. The CEO is a longtime Republican. Can his company withstand the criticism here?
Well, they will withstand it for several reasons. Number one, because again, we only have so much that we can protest on at one point. Right? And so while we are currently protesting against Goya, if you remember, 8 months ago, we were protesting against Nathan's because their CEO donated to Trump. 3 months before that, we were protesting against SoulCycle because their CEO, Equinox, their CEO donated to Trump. So, there's only so much attention we can pay at any given time. Eventually, we're going to run out of products. Right? So while we don't necessarily agree with the president, at some point we have to live our lives and say, okay, there's only so much we can do.
Yeah, and some of those other companies,
they realize that.
I was going to say some of those other companies, you listed some of them, but there's a long list. There's Home Depot, there's Papa John's. They've all survived. None of them went into bankruptcy because of this. And on the flip side, though, the company's supporters launched a Goya boycott movement, which has raised, over $150,000 in a GoFundMe page. So does this mean that the whole boycott is just backfiring?
Well, that's really funny when you think about it. So basically what they're saying is, we are going to support this company by giving them our hard-earned money. Right, but $160,000 is really not enough for a national brand like Goya.
Right.
It's that's like my mother giving me 25 cents and saying you'll be fine in your Manhattan apartment. Here's a quarter. Right. so that's really not going to do much. But it is ironic that the people who are protesting the most pro Goya are also the ones who don't want socialism, who don't want government handouts. Yet they're giving their hard-earned money to a brand.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack here on several levels, but yet again, like you said, there's only so much that you can, make waves about because there's a heck of a lot going on right now, and we've got to determine what's going to take our attention. Peter, thanks for breaking it down for us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.